In our first scenario, we showed you how to use the Ergon TP1 for setting up new shoes with new cleats. But we find ourselves more commonly using the TP1 system to switch cleats from an old shoe to a new shoe, or setting up a second pair of shoes. Now, the Ergon system comes made for either Look, Speed Play, Shimano. We're going to demonstrate using one made specifically for the SPD. Let's take a look. What you'll need is the TP1 system with its stickers, a hex key, in this case a 4mm hex key, some waterproof grease, pencil. Optionally, you can use some tape and scissors. Your old shoes from which you're going to transfer the cleats to the new shoes, or in this case we're going to set up cleats on a new shoe using the old shoe as a marker. We'll start with our old existing left shoe. Place it into the TP1. It's better if you turn it upside down so we can insert it. Then we're going to turn the TP1 and mark the very center of the back right with a pencil right onto the TP1 grid. Now with our new shoe, we'll take either the old cleats, or in this case for setting up a second pair of shoes. Let's attach them to the first holes. Make sure your bolts are greased and the washer is set so the concave portion is up, and attach the bolts so that we can still slightly move around our cleat. There we go. Now we're going to need to mark it and place it on our TP1. On the inner aspect of the shoe, we're going to feel for the bony protuberance of our first metatarsal, which appears to be right in this region. You can either mark the shoe directly, place a piece of tape on it, and then again find that bony protuberance and mark. Now, either just using the mark that you have or using the strip that comes with a TP1, extend that mark with the strip so the point goes all the way down to the surface. Take the back and we'll try to line up the back as best we can with the very center. Over just a little more. There we go. Very center of the back of the shoe. We're using the left shoe here, so let's insert that into our TP1 system. And it's time to get things lined up. We're going to want to have the center of the back lined up with the mark that we made. We would like, this is the spindle, to be just in back of the first metatarsal by a few millimeters, as we can see here. You can move the shoe side to side and try to get an idea of where the center is. And we're now ready to recheck and tighten the bolts. Slide the shoe over to the edge of your workbench. Make sure that the rear is lined up with its marking, that the spindle is several millimeters behind the metatarsal. Used to be that people said it should be right under the protuberance, but recent literature suggests it should be a few millimeters back. And then with it over the side, we can go ahead and begin tightening the bolts from below. Finish tightening the bolts so they're nice and firm. You don't want it moving around while we take it out for a test ride. Alright, we can remove the stickers, do the other shoe, take it out for a test ride, and see how it performs and see whether we need to make any further adjustments or not. 9 times out of 10, you won't have to make any adjustments. If you do, we'll link to that at the end of this video. Don't forget to torque the bolts to specifications so they don't loosen up. If you have anything to add, please comment below. Please subscribe to keep up with our latest videos. This is Tony of Tony 10 Speed. Safe cycling.